Hola, hola, welcome back. My name is Edith. I am an intuitive psychic healer, medium, reader, and Akashic record trainer, Reiki master, and also the owner of Earth Crystals con Amor. I wanted to sit down today and bring you guys some guidance, clarity, whatever it is that you're needing at the moment right now. I love to do these pick-a-cards. I love to use crystals to inspire you, to help you, to support you. And I want you to just think of a number, 1, 2, or 3. Trust your intuition. I'm going to pick the crystal until we get to the option. So just think of a number, 1, 2, or 3. Allow yourself to trust your intuition. If you're called to pick more than one, pick it. If you're like, I'm just going to pick one and that works for me, that's great. My whole intention behind this video right now is what's awakening within you. What are you doing new? What's trying to open up? What are you shifting? What's coming for you that your guides are like, hey, pay attention. This is for you. This is your journey. So trust yourself. It's about being present in the moment of enjoying the journey and also believing in where it is that you're going next. I feel like before I start channeling specifically in each option, I feel like right now what I'm feeling with this pick a card is for each one of us, it's definitely a journey of evolving, a journey of I made a decision and I'm ready to open that door wherever it's going to take me. Like, where's this next key taking me to? What's awakening? What's shifting in my life next? So if this resonates with you, don't forget to like the video if you want to share it. It really helps the channel with continuing to grow. I always forget to ask this, but thank you for being part of the journey and for supporting me. For many of you that have been with me since day one, or just the first time you're seeing my video, thank you for allowing me to be this vessel to support you, to guide you, to inspire you, to be part of your journey of wherever it is that you're going next. To me, my intention and my whole mission behind this of what I'm doing is to be able to support you in whatever journey you're in. For each one of us, this video is going to find us in different stages of our life. Trust yourself. A lot of times with my readings, the whole reading is not for you. There's only one thing, 2 things, 3 things, and that's it. Take that and leave the rest behind. I love, I do pick a cards all the time. And I rewatch them so I could see a message for myself. I don't channel for myself the way I could channel for you guys. But that would defeat the purpose of me living, right? I feel like for many of us, wherever it is at this next key, we're going to be opening it to the next journey is what we're ready for deep down inside. And we're not running from it anymore. So thank you for trusting in my magic. We're going to go to option number 1. Option number 1 is going to be pink opal. Pink opal is a very gentle stone. It's kind of like reminding me of like rest. It's giving me this energy of also like, you need to slow down. You need to show up for yourself more. You need to be kind with yourself. Whatever it is that you're activating, wherever this next key that you're being given is taking you to next, it's to a place where there's more peace. For many of you that picked this option, I keep seeing the angel number 444, and that to me right away, it's like the way I'm picking it up right now, it's like your ancestors, your guides, your tribe, and I keep hearing them on my ear say like, tell them, keep going, don't look back. Tell them, be kind with themselves. Don't compare themselves. I feel like you see a lot of messages. Start to pay attention and do your own research, because for each one of us, it's going to be different. Find guidance within you. You start to notice things. Write them down. Be present. For many of you, I feel like this next door, this next awakening, this next shift, it's about you. Many of you that picked option number 1, you've been focusing so much on others that you have lost track of who you are and what matters and what do you want to do next and how do you want to evolve and how do you want to grow. Many of you, you're going through a journey right now in your life where you're just needing to say no to what doesn't align with you anymore. I keep seeing your ancestors say, are you going to choose yourself or you're going to continue to choose others before you? We're learning how to set those boundaries more, to speak up. And that's not going to be easy, but it won't be impossible. I love this. The first card that's jumping out for you guys, seasons. Todo es un momento. Todo es por un momento. No es para siempre. There's a video that I recorded right before this about healing journey and just checking in with you guys. And this card reminds me of that. So if you haven't seen it, I hope you can see it so you could see a little bit behind that message. It was deep and it was very, not practice. I just allowed myself to flow. But I feel like that's what you're needing to do as well. You're needing to allow yourself to flow in esta etapa de tu vida. You not only, I feel like for many of you, it's not like you're closing a chapter, but you've been closing chapters. You've been busy. Life has picked up for you tremendously in the last 2-3 years. You've picked up so much. It's like I keep seeing your guides say, okay. Now it's time to let people fend for themselves. Maybe people have become very codependent of you. And it's time to say, okay, now you need to be responsible for yourself. I can't always help you. I feel like there's times where people are calling you always. Like, what do you think of this? What should I do here? And you're like, wait, one moment. What's coming next? Where's that key taking you to next, to a more peaceful place? As soon as you start setting boundaries with people, you will see how some people will react and they won't like that. And that's okay. It's not your job to convince them of I'm worthy of alone time. Like, I feel like for some of you, it's also your guides are saying no more excuses. No more excuses. I connect a lot with the energy of Archangel Michael. He doesn't come in every reading, but I keep feeling his energy in this option. You're needing to cut ties with people. A lot of what you're doing next is of putting yourself first, believing in yourself, inspiration and introspection, going within. Many of you, you've been going through this journey, I feel, especially with this pink opal, it's very self-connected, like self-love, self-acknowledgement, self-worth. A lot of you, I keep seeing like a version of you in front of the mirror in the future and saying to you, like, you had to go through that to find this real version of you. It's like I keep seeing a rose, kind of reminds me of Beauty and the Beast, where the petals are falling. Because you're evolving. Your guides are also saying you've been in this cycle in your life that just doesn't define you anymore. You need to be okay with moving forward. You hold yourself back a lot because of what other people are going to think. You hold yourself back. You're in your thoughts a lot. It's okay. We're not perfect, but be kind with yourself. I always say this in my videos, and I'm being sure to share this again. It's general, this message, right? The messages that are for you, they're going to resonate. They're going to click right away. Take those. The ones that are not, let them go. Let them go. And this is with my reading, any reading, a book that you pick up, a seminar that you go to, a video that you see. Not everything is meant 100% for you. But you're always receiving guidance for a reason to keep inspiring yourself. I feel like your spirit team has been more active lately because they want you to trust yourself. You picked this video for a reason. What am I opening up next with this key? You're being given a key because you're ready for something else. Sometimes you are in your thoughts so much that you just think, yeah, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's for me. And your guides are like, well, you haven't even tried. Many of you're craving to learn something new. A new subject, and what I mean by like a new subject, like something new to inspire you. Maybe you want to start reading books. Maybe you want to start going on hikes. There's something new that you're just wanting to try little by little, and that's okay. You're not meant to go from 1 to 100. It's okay. So my guides are saying for this option, celebrate the small wins. Many of you come from a childhood where so many high expectations. You needed to figure it out for everyone. You needed to go. You were like the one that everybody would go to, even as a child. You had so many responsibilities that didn't belong to you. And now as an adult, you started to attract relationships, people, and maybe we're continuing to repeat those cycles of like, I want to help everyone. No. No eres Madre Teresa. One of my mentors always would say that. You're not Mother Teresa. You're not here to heal everyone. You might be a healer. You might be an empath. You might be somebody that's community-driven, people-driven, but it has to be in your own terms, with boundaries, with being kind, right? The first card that jumped out for you was a Seasons card. And this is to me like, todo es una etapa, right? Everything happens for a reason. Some of you, I feel like there is deeper healing that you've been going through from your childhood. And at times that can get very hard because you just want to go. You don't know how to slow down. That little voice within you from a childhood, she keeps wanting you to just show up, to be kind with yourself. Magic carpet ride. And this one says, your enchanted heart knows the universe is always up to something good. Embrace the unexpected. for it will bring special blessings to your life. The affirmation in this card says, the universe delivers grace through the unexpected. This card, it's like, enjoy the journey. The magic carpet ride. Enjoy the journey. You can't always know where you're going. I'm not saying don't have goals, but I feel like for many of you, because you're going to a more peaceful place and that's what your soul is needing, it's telling you, you don't have to always be on fast mode. You don't always have to be on the fast track lane. Stay in your lane. Remind yourself what works for you. I feel like for many of you, you've also been so hard on yourself because you compare yourself. You want to be like others. And not that that's a bad thing, not to be, I'm not saying don't be inspired by others, don't be motivated by others, but does that really work for you? Just going on a 10-mile hike, really something you want to do? Reading books about science, really, is it for you? You really want love story books more than science? You're like, somebody invited you to a party, you're like, I'm not a night person, but I'm gonna go because I don't want to say no. But you're like, I'm a day person, like, no. Or vice versa, right? There's something that your guides are saying where you're going next, that next chapter, that next key you're being given is to do more things for yourself. The next card that jumped out was the Hunter. And this one says, unafraid of the chase. Tiger knows when to grab an opportunity and when to wait patiently. Trust your senses of timing and go for it. The affirmation for this card says, I go for what I love with gusto, with pride, with love, with happiness. Maybe some of you are having a hard time sleeping. I don't know why this is coming up, but you know what? Pink opal is, it's a stone that also helps people with resting sleep. So maybe you're needing to rest more also so your body can recharge. I feel like for many of you, you're needing to be also like recharging, but you're a people person. Like, you love to be around others. Choose wisely, right? That last card says, be patient if this is not your time, right? The season, if this is not your season to go, or that's not who you are, that's okay. Pero no te quedes sentada, haz más, permítete crecer. Give yourself, I'm translating because I'm like, I don't know if everybody always speaks Spanish, but give yourself permission to rest, to trust. I keep seeing like you connecting with different messages and guidance. So I want to see if a spirit animal is coming up for you. I also do private readings that you can book through my website at earthcrystalsconamor.com. I connect with your spirit guides. A lot of times spirit animals come in that reading, so it reminded me of that. You got the mosquito. Mosquitoes as a spirit animal, they're always going to come in to remind us of that survival mode. Not only going to attack us, but it's that survival. Action, self-preservation, a go-getter. If we're having a hard time with this chapter, this next chapter in our life, there might be energy of others, energy vampires, greed, comparing ourselves. You're not like everyone else. You're meant to be who you are. Many of you, you're needing to honor more your emotions as you're continuing to grow. This next chapter, this next key that you're being given to the next chapter in your life is to be more present. Nobody teaches us that, right? We're in this culture, in this society, regardless of where you live, of like, if you're not doing something, you're behind. That's not true. There's something with timing that keeps coming up for you. And maybe the key that you're being given, or that next chapter you're turning in your book, you're going to next, it's just a slow chapter. And that's okay. Own it. Your guides are saying, you've earned this. Es tu tiempo para descansar. Es tu tiempo para recargar tus baterías. It's your time to recharge your batteries, to be with yourself. Amate más, quiérete más, respétate más. Some of you, you're also going through I feel like 2023 for some of you that picked this option, you're going to be going through this chapter of self-discovery, and that's just going to be a whole nother world. And be kind with yourself. You keep holding back a lot, your emotions, your vision, your intuition, because you think you're behind. But who are we comparing ourselves to? What time frame are we looking at? Who are we comparing the behind to? What story have we been telling ourselves that just doesn't define us anymore? You're going to see that as you continue to invest in yourself, take your time, nurture yourself, sleep more, your body's going to feel more energized. I keep hearing your guides' meditation will really support you. If you are someone that meditates, put that more into your practice. That will help you with slowing down. I know it's not for everyone. For me, meditation, when I started meditating, it was something I never knew about. I didn't know how to slow down my mind, but it took me some time. In the beginning, it was easier for somebody to guide me through a meditation. Now I can guide my own self. But para todos es diferente. Meditation is to help us slowing down our thoughts as well. There's hundreds of benefits. I can go hours about meditation, and I don't do it every day. It's not always possible, but it is something that I love to do to help me personally. So if I'm sharing that, it's because I know it's something that works. One last thing I want to share for this option. It's like, I feel like I'm going to do this shadow healing card. I feel like there might be something we might be having a hard time with. So let me see what card comes out. With change, there's something with change that we're having a hard time with, like moving forward. You got the discontentment. Something doesn't feel right, but identifying what's missing eludes you. Re-examine the situation from a distance, and missing pieces will become obvious. There's something that you're not sure about yet, and that's okay. Maybe you're not sure of what you're going to do next in your career. You're not sure what you're going to do next in your love life. There's something you're still thinking about. You're still processing. You're still trying to make a decision. That's great. But don't sit on this forever, because it requires action to take you to the next chapter. So whatever you're processing right now, tómate tu tiempo, pero no para siempre, right? You're like, what does that mean? Let's think about it truly, because maybe you are someone that in the past you make decisions without thinking them over. You're just, I'm going to do it. And then after you're like, oh shit, I should have thought about that. So just sit with this. And as soon as you make a decision and you're more sure about it, take that action. You're worthy of more. You're capable of more. Trust yourself. Thank you, option number 1. Blessings. Option number 2. Hola, hola. Option number 2. You got the sunstone. El solecito vuelve a salir. The sun is coming out again. I get a lot of celebration energy for you. Where is this next chapter? Where is this next key you're being given to? Where are you going next? What's calling you next? What's in the horizon? That's my whole intention behind this message for you. And I want to see what I can channel before I get my cards, because I see messages different. I hear things, I feel things, I smell things, I taste things, and then I always love to use my cards to support me, to guide me. But I feel like for many of you, there's like celebration of like, you did it. Look at where you are right now. This is where you need to be. And maybe you're hearing this is where you need to be right now. You're like, what? No, I want to be somewhere else. Yeah, you're getting somewhere different. But this is a celebration also, and a pause for you to celebrate, like, look how far you've come. Look how far. Because you could be so hard on yourself sometimes. And even though you're being given a key to go somewhere else, to shift, to grow, to evolve, you're needing to be reminded also as you're continuing in your journey, live in the moment. Where did I leave my deck? Live in the moment. Allow yourself to evolve. You don't always have to know everything. But a big thing that I feel like there's a lot of self-growth, self-development, self-empowerment that's happening for many of you. You're in this chapter in your life where this next chapter, I feel like where this next key is taking you, that you're going next, you're really doing things that you wanted to do 5 years ago, and now you're giving yourself the opportunity. You're investing in yourself in something that 5-10 years ago you could have never done. You wanted to do something different, pero no te dabas la oportunidad. You didn't give yourself the opportunity. Sunstone is a leadership stone. Sunstone, option number 2, the crystal that you picked, is a stone of personal growth. Where did I put it? It's hiding. Maybe you're hiding. Maybe you're not believing in your true self. Where did you go? You're somewhere down there. Sunstone is a stone of leadership. Sunstone is a stone that reminds you of moving forward. It is a very creative energy. Many of you, I feel like the next chapter is getting you to a place where, hey, the sun is coming out for a reason. Look, as I say that, the sun, this wholeness, and the sun is at the top. This next chapter, it's taking you to a lot of you, who you're meant to be in this lifetime. What you're really investing in you. No longer waiting on that partner to be ready, that family, that tribe. You're making your big, I'm hearing your guides say this next chapter, you're doing big girl moves or big boy moves, however you define yourself. Be open. And again, the rainbow in the background, be open to what's next. Stop waiting for the right moment. There is no right moment. You are where you need to be right now. You've learned as much as you need to. Now let's go. Let's expand. Many of you are meant to be teachers. You're meant to teach others, inspire others, help others. You're meant to be in the environment of growth, supporting others in their journey. And that might take some time, pero no quiere decir que you don't take the next step. That doesn't mean you don't take the next step. That doesn't mean that just because you're not there yet, 100%, you can't start something. You're worthy of starting something new. Many of you, I feel like this year, you're going to be meeting mentors. You're going to be doing new things to like step by step. So keep going. It's like I keep hearing my guides, in the next 3 months, see what happens. In the next 6 months, wait to see what happens. In the next 9 months, you're going to be like blown away. By the time you end this year, if you continue to show up, invest in yourself, and continue to allow those keys to open that doors, you continue to stay open, it's a very inspiring year for you. You're a leader at heart. And you can lead in many different ways. Apply it how it resonates for you. Curiosity and courage. Yeah. Allow yourself, look, like be open of that door opening, right? And then you're looking through the little keyhole. Like allow yourself to evolve. Maybe right now you're just in that stage as you're opening that door with that key, like, wait, where is it leading to? Oh my God, like I always thought I was going to do this, but I think I'm ready now. Yeah, you're ready. Sunstone is a powerful stone you can work with to bring that courage into you. Sunstone was a stone that supported me when I started to launch my business, once I started to get out of my comfort zone. So you're starting to launch something new. It doesn't have to be a business. It can if that's what you want, but you always start somewhere, right? Some of you, you're investing though more on yourself financially, mentally, physically. That's where that next door is taking you. That's why I feel like you're meeting mentors, different people that are just going to support you along the way. Ooh, where you're going to a sacred space, to your journey. But courage, lighting up that light within you, believing in yourself. I feel like with this courage card, your guides are saying you're probably going to have to be your biggest cheerleader right now. And probably your circle has become smaller, or it will become smaller, but it's because it's time for you. Don't be scared of solitude. Don't be scared of going within. Don't be scared of telling people, you know what? I can't focus right now in a friendship, or sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna be working on myself. Thank you, but and maybe you've been more limited in your time with others, and the people that are going to understand, they're going to understand. The ones that aren't, they just don't understand. They don't see your vision, and that's okay. Ooh, but look at that's bringing abundance, more opportunities for you, for again that sun to rise. If you're feeling a little bit of blockages or fears come up, don't ignore them. They're coming up for a reason, so you could face them and you can free yourself. You're meant to be doing something else. You're meant to be growing. And I feel like this summer for you in 2023, either you're going on a trip, you will be planning a trip, you're going somewhere where it's like self-development. So don't be afraid. Cosmic flow. Yeah, don't be afraid to go with the flow. Look at how many rainbows are following you. Rainbows, after the storm comes the rainbow. Better times are ahead. If you want to continue to grow and evolve, you're worthy of it. You're ready for it. I feel like many of you, you're needing to hear today in this pick a card. Whenever you see this message, it's like, you're ready for this next chapter. As scary as that might be, as like, oh, I don't know, I think I'm awake. You're ready. You are where you need to be right now. So keep going. Don't look back anymore. Don't be scared of taking that leap of faith. This is a general reading, so the messages that are for you, I always want to remind you, take them. The ones that aren't, they're not for you. If this didn't resonate, pick another option. There's something for you. If not, I'm sure we'll connect again. I feel like this, you can apply that to anything in your life. You're reading a new book, you're doing something different, you're like, oh, actually, that's not for me. That's not for you. Look at what is for you. You got intuition and nature. Ooh, I can't make this up. Look, another rainbow following you. Many of you connect a lot with your guides, with your angels, your spirit team outdoors. Go out more. Go outside more to get inspired. Get out of your comfort zone. I also feel like for many of you, this next key, this next chapter, you need to put yourself in different places. One of my mentors that I love to watch videos from says, if you are, and it's in a very loving way, if you are in a room and you are the smartest person in that room, you're in the wrong room. You need to be inspired. Not always, but most of the time, right? Sometimes we're just relaxing. But if you're in a period of growth, of learning, of evolving, of growing a business, of growing yourself, of believing in yourself, girl, boy, however you identify, like, get yourself in different places. If you're capable of investing in eating out and doing other things, you're capable of investing in yourself. Some people are not going to see your worth until you don't see it. You need to see yourself more. You need to inspire yourself more. This might be for some of you in your love life. This might be taking a step back right now in your life, and that's okay. If you are in a relationship, I feel like there needs to be communication, or you're going to be in a relationship. There needs to be communication of where you truly are right now and how you see yourself going. And if this person doesn't see that, doesn't understand that, then you have to be honest. You can't grow like that. Light in the dark, and again, the sun. To me, also working with the sun energy, it always reminds me of a lot of things from our past life that might be coming up for some of you, right? I know a little bit ago I said something along the lines of when you face those fears, you free yourself. They're not your fears anymore. There's something that's coming up from the past or might be coming up in the next couple of months. Don't be scared of facing that. If you notice where the sun is, it's the shape of a person, shadow, or excuse me, I'm releasing. So I know that you're going to be releasing a lot of things from the past. Lastly, a thing that's coming up for option number 2, boundaries. Don't be scared to say no. Don't be scared to put yourself first. Don't be scared to speak up. What's for you, it's only for you. Thank you for the energy exchange. Blessings. Last but not least, Lepidolite. Option number 3, Lepidolite. Where are you going next? Where's this next key opening up for you? What do you need to hear right now? All right, Lepidolite is a very calming stone. Lepidolite helps us with anxiety, helps us with sleeping. A lot of therapists love to use this stone to connect more with their patients. So I feel like I'm sharing, those messages and about this crystal to say, hey, this next chapter that you're going to, you're like figuring yourself out more. Maybe you've been feeling stuck in the last year or two, not sure if this is what you want to do, if this is what there's something you're making a decision about. So this next key is putting you in, like, I keep seeing you like in a trial. It kind of reminds me like when you're in front of a judge and the judge is like, okay, we're here for this person and this person. Could be legally for some of you. This is a general reading, right? But it could be also more like on a spiritual level. Your guides bringing you to the table and saying, all right, come here. We got to make a decision. You got to show up for yourself more. You got to invest in yourself. School is something that's calling many of you. Your higher self. Your higher self is saying, come on now. That's that future version of you. Come on now. We got to start this journey. Let's not sleep on ourselves anymore. This next chapter, this next key is taking you to discover yourself. Many of you, I feel like there's also like balance you're needing to find more with your family. Your family could be your friends, your partner, your partner and kids, however you're defining family. But there's like more balance coming in your life to allow yourself to be kind. Many of you also that picked this option, I feel like this next chapter, this next journey is of just unlearning habits that don't define you anymore. Maybe if you tend to get anxiety or fear or you tend to hide away, it's because you're worried about how others are going to perceive you. And your higher self is coming in this reading to say, we can't change how others are going to feel about you. We can't always make everybody happy, but you got to make yourself happy. There's a lot of healing with your family. I feel like it's coming up. A lot of forgiveness, a lot of understanding. I will never be like them. I can never be what they want me to be. So I can only be me. And that's what I'm doing right now. Nature, allowing yourself to grow, to bloom at your own timing. I keep seeing a hummingbird fly around you. And I feel like that's the energy of an ancestor, somebody that guides you from a past life, regardless of when they came in contact with you. But I feel like an ancestor is here to remind you you're growing, and that's okay. You're not meant to be the same person forever. Many of you, the next key, the next chapter you're opening up to and that you're needing to hear today, it's just about you. And that might sound selfish. That might sound nervous. Like, oh my God, what about my partner? And what about, they can all come along. But this is about you, of evolving, of growing. If you are going through a deep healing journey, eso toma tiempo. Todo toma tiempo. It takes time, and that's okay. You're not meant to be rushing. You're not meant to always go, go, go. For some of you, there's something coming up with change, with like a living situation, a home situation. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of saying goodbye to something that just you've outgrown. There's something that you're like scared about, but you know deep down inside, I have to do it. I have to do it. And it's going to be an action you're going to need to take. There's difficulties that might come up with this card here, but you're ready for this. There's something you're needing to face that you've been having a hard time with facing, but you're worthy of more. You're enough. You're capable. To me, getting these two cards together, I just looked at the time and it was 111. That angel number, it's like, you got this. The doors that are opening up for you are the doors for you. The ones that are closing, they weren't for you. Stop dwelling on the past. Stop waiting on somebody in specific to come back into your life. They're not ready. They're not ready. It's not your job to change people. It's not your job. It's your job to focus on you. You've been taking on the responsibility of a partner, of a friend, of somebody that just wasn't ready. They're not ready. Boundaries. The next door you're opening, it comes with boundaries. It comes with you saying, you know what? I don't want to do that. And I'm going to have to say no. And some of you have a hard time with saying no to others. You're a people pleaser. And if you knew the old Edith didn't know how to say no. I didn't know how to say a sentence without using the word I'm sorry. And that was something that I unlearned to do through therapy and a lot of self-development growth that I've invested in myself. But boundaries were also very hard for me. I could, especially for my family, and I know I'm sharing this for a reason. They could call me and they're like, hey, I need help with this. I'd drop everything I'm doing, put my goals on the side, my responsibilities, because I'm like, I can't say no to them. And when I started to say no, I would hang up the phone and be like, oh my God, they're not going to like me anymore. Oh my God, they're going to be upset. And they would be upset and they wouldn't understand. And I had to just start to be like, they're never going to understand, because I've allowed them to become these people, these monsters, these people without boundaries. And you're needing to hear that, because you can't continue to grow and show up for yourself and invest in yourself and be kind with yourself if other people around you aren't. Don't allow other people to dictate where you're going. Allow yourself to dictate where you're going. There's something also about, like, I keep seeing you having a conversation with somebody in your life and telling them. This card fell, so let's see. Synchronicities. Pay attention to the synchronicities that you've been seeing lately. But going back to that message, I want to say a little bit more about that. Some of you, I feel like you're closing a chapter with somebody, and you're going to know when it's the time. There's somebody from your past that keeps trying to come back or has been coming back, but this is a general reading, so if it resonates, take it. If this is a person that always comes back and they just keep promising and they keep saying, I'm going to do this different and that different, and they don't, they're just not ready. And you can't help them be ready. They have to want to help themselves, and you can't hold yourself back anymore. You know what? I'm going to do the Angel Whispers cards. A message from your spirit team. What message for option number 3, Lepidolite, of do they need to hear? What's coming next? What key are they opening up? What's happening in their chapter next? Positive changes are taking place. Be patient. Positive changes. I feel like as soon as you heard the word change, you're like, wait, what kind of changes? I need to know. You don't need to know all the details. Peace is just a thought away. What you believe, you become. Stop driving yourself crazy that sometimes you don't even allow yourself to feel. You have a hard time sometimes honoring your emotions. Lepidolite is very good at, like, opening them up, telling you it's okay to feel how you feel. Go outside among nature to ground yourself and center your soul. Earlier, you got the nature card, and you're getting this card again. Your guides and ancestors are saying you need to go outside more. You need to pay attention to what you're intaking. What are you choosing to look at? If you're waking up right away in the morning and you're like looking at the news, how are you going to start your morning? If you're already getting on your phone and you're looking on social media, like you don't even give yourself time to start the day, to set an intention, to recharge. You got to be more present. You got to be more intentional to help you get to where you want to go next. Take the first step. Begin it now. Stop saying maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I want to do this. You're capable of more. You're worthy of more. Thank you for the energy exchange, option number 3. Until next time, blessings.